Do you have trouble consistently placing your service toss where you want it? I'm David Popeil, your host for Crosscourt Rabbit Complete Tennis, and today I'll go into the most vital element in placing your service toss precisely where you want it to be when your racket strikes it. Elemental physics lesson. Objects fall at a certain rate of speed, a certain velocity. What's more, that velocity increases quickly the longer the object falls. The object I'm concerned about is, as you may have intuited, a tennis ball. And in this video, I will lay out the implications of this elementary scientific principle for the service toss. A little more science. At or near the Earth's surface, where all tennis courts happen to be located, objects fall at the rate of 9.8 meters per second squared. That means that the first second an object falls, it travels 9.8 meters downwards. That's 32.2 feet. It further means that if the object continues to fall for another second, it will have traveled 64.4 feet. At least that is my understanding, and I should qualify by saying that these are the velocities for objects falling in a vacuum. And of course, you don't play tennis in a vacuum, so the downward velocity of your service toss is slower than these figures suggest, since the ball meets air resistance. And it is also true that nobody tosses the ball 32.2 feet above the contact point. At least nobody I've ever seen. Nonetheless, there is a point to be made here. The higher your service toss, the faster the ball will be traveling downward at the instant your racket meets it, and thus the more difficult it will be to time your service motion. And yet it is common to see recreational players lift their service toss quite high, in spite of the fact that every inch of increased height requires a commensurate increase in the precision timing of their swing. Now, please understand, I am not suggesting that there is a precise height that is always best for the ball toss. The best height for an individual player will vary, though not greatly. That is a topic for another video. What I want to focus on is not how high you should be tossing, but how to raise your tossing arm so as to get the ball to the height that is right for you. And I want to emphasize that to best control the toss, the tossing motion should be slow. Because if you rush the toss, if you raise your tossing arm too quickly, the toss will go up too high, and as the laws of gravity dictate, the ball will accelerate downward at an increased velocity that will make it more difficult for you to time your swing. Remember, tennis balls are very light. They only weigh about 2 ounces. So a quick tossing motion is more than likely to lift the ball too high. Raise the tossing arm slowly and smoothly, and you'll have better control of your service toss. And that increased control will not only enable you to better place the ball at the height you want it, it will also better enable you to place the ball to the left or right, farther forward or farther backward, as you may wish, depending on the type of serve you intend to hit. If you've liked this video, please click the thumbs up icon below. That will help attract others who might find this information helpful. And if you would like to see Crosscourt Rabbit videos as they issue, click the red and white subscribe icon down in the right corner of your screen. And please don't hesitate to leave a comment. I will be taking a break from instructing for a couple of weeks, so the next video won't appear until the second half of January. Until then, as always, keep playing the greatest of all games. And I want to emphasize that to best control the toss, the tossing motion should be slow. Because if you rush the toss, if you raise your tossing arm too quickly, the toss will go too high. It may even